Now, on Sunrise and streaming on CrossroadsToday.com, a man shot last night in Victoria, and police are now saying it was accidental. And yesterday marked 20 years since Operation Iraqi Freedom, America's effort to destroy weapons of mass destruction and overthrow Saddam Hussein from dictatorship. Plus, extra security measures taken in New York City as it prepares for potential protests today if former President Trump is indicted in his hush money scheme.
And good morning on a look on the outside. Cuero ISD, pretty calm this morning. Cloudy skies, more humid conditions, even more humid than we have been seeing, which will lead to rain chances and warmer temperatures. We'll talk about those two things coming up in your forecast.
A Victoria West freshman powerlifter is making history. We hear from him in sports.
You're watching 25 News Now Sunrise. Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Carolina Astrain. Today is the 21st day of March 2023. The time is now 6:31 on your Tuesday morning, and today it is Social Worker Day. Trey, a very important profession, especially in our area, in the Crossroads. So many children that need social workers to advocate for them, to help them in several cases.
Yeah, they're very important people, of course, and they're a very important job that they do. Really help people overall. So our salute goes out to the social workers out there. We appreciate you and everything that you do. 61 degrees in Victoria. Currently, cloudy skies, humid conditions, dew points in the 60s, very warm and humid on the outside, of course. I think the winds will continue to bring that humidity in off the Gulf of Mexico. This originates in the deep Gulf, Bay of Campeche area to the northwestern Caribbean in the tropical air mass. It's brought around by the high to the east, bringing it up to the Texas coast. That's why we're seeing increasingly humid conditions and temperatures on the rise as we go throughout the next several days. We were in near 60 degrees yesterday for the high temperature. We'll be above 70 degrees today. Even more so coming up tomorrow, about 80 degrees for the expected high. Look at this on the radar here. We're actually registering a few little rain showers here and there. Currently now just south of Palacios, one near Victoria Regional Airport, out there to about Wharton Ocampo area, Hallettsville, points to the west, Current City to Pettis Pony area down to Beeville, and points to the south. Kind of hit and miss. Nothing too heavy out there, just enough to get the sidewalk wet and your windshield wet, I'm thinking. Southerly winds throughout the day, increasing in velocity as ahead toward the late morning and the afternoon hours here. Coming up at 1 o'clock, wind gusts of 30 miles per hour possible, lasting through the 5, 6, 7 p.m. hour, bringing that Gulf moisture in definitely and keeping the atmosphere primed and ready, and of course very warm and humid. With the front that moves through on Thursday and Friday, we'll slice through this, lift the moisture up, and maybe bring some better rain chances and maybe some heavier storms at that time as well. We'll give you the details on that in the full forecast to come. Carolina?
Thank you, Trey. New on Sunrise, police have determined a man who was shot last night is actually the victim of an accidental shooting. Police say the man's gun discharged accidentally and shot him in the leg. It happened around 9:30 last night in the 3100 block of Greenwood and Lotus. The man was transported to an area hospital and is expected to be okay. A high-speed chase ended on a railroad track near Highway 59 South and Highway 87. The suspect was only supposed to be pulled over for a minor traffic violation, but he took off. The suspect took several law enforcement agencies on a chase that later ended on those tracks. Authorities detained the suspect a short time later. VPD says they had to work to stop a train heading the suspect's way. A fire broke out at a Victoria home just before 4:30 yesterday afternoon. This is the aftermath of the blaze in the 2000 block of Southwest Ben Jordan Street near South Laurent. It appears the fire started in the home's secondary residence. One person was inside at the time of the fire, but there are no injuries reported. Traffic shut down for a short time while crews worked the scene, and the cause is under investigation. Yesterday marked the 20th anniversary of Operation Iraqi Freedom. In March 2003, U.S. forces invaded Iraq, vowing to destroy Iraqi weapons of mass destruction and to topple Saddam Hussein's dictatorship. Former President George W. Bush and his administration wagered to the American public and the international community that Hussein was hiding weapons of mass destruction. The coalition found no such weapons, but forces did succeed in knocking Hussein out of power. By the U.S.'s withdrawal from Iraq in 2011, the cost of the war stood high, with at least 4,400 U.S. deaths and more than 32,000 wounded, and at least 100,000 Iraqi civilians died. Workers were spotted in New York yesterday, installing extra security measures outside the Manhattan District Attorney's office. The measures come as Manhattan DA Alvin Bragg decides on whether or not to move forward with criminal charges against former President Donald Trump in connection with the alleged hush money payment to Stormy Daniels. Trump continues to deny any wrongdoing. Saturday, the former president posted a message online saying he will be arrested today and called for protests from his supporters. We'll go to Washington for the latest on Trump's hush money investigation later on Sunrise. Now, to what police are calling a crisis of car thefts. Leaders in multiple states are demanding 2 major car companies take action as soon as possible.
In 23 states are blasting Hyundai and Kia, claiming the automakers have failed to address the spike in thefts of their vehicles. In Milwaukee alone, nearly 7,000 Kias and Hyundais were stolen in 2021, a nearly 800% increase in 1 year.
Imagine how you would feel if you go to work, school, etc., and hope that you still have a car when you come outside.
The attorneys general saying for vehicles made between 2011 and 2021, Hyundai and Kia chose not to include anti-theft technology that most manufacturers include as standard. The little effort it takes to steal the vehicles prompted a challenge on social media, leading to more thefts. Officials say it's a problem not just affecting the car owners. They say these stolen vehicles are often driven recklessly or used to commit crimes.
Many of our shooters are shooting from stolen vehicles, and many of our shooting victims are being shot in stolen vehicles.
Kia and Hyundai have offered free software upgrades requiring a key to start the vehicles and making the car's alarms sound for longer. But critics say it's too little too late. They want more action.
We need to know what Kia and Hyundai's plan is for people who are not able to get that software. We need to make sure that people who can't access the software are able to get steering wheel locking devices free of charge. And so we also need to know what Kia and Hyundai are going to do to help the communities that have been impacted by these steps.
Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, New York.
In statements yesterday, Hyundai said all of their vehicles meet federal requirements, and Kia said it's contacted more than 1 million customers about software upgrades. A sign that spring is upon us. Washington, D.C.'s National Cherry Blossom Festival got underway this past weekend. The festival commemorates the gift of 3,000 cherry trees. That's a lot of trees from the mayor of Tokyo back in 1912. The National Park Service says peak bloom is just days away, predicted to fall between Wednesday and Saturday. The festival runs through April 16th. I wonder if some of those trees are still around from back then. That's amazing. Okay, get your cell phone, scan this QR code. We made it easy to download the Crossroads Today app. You can get breaking news alerts, vote in our viewer poll, and you can also schedule those notifications to go off when you're ready to be up for your day, because we do get those late night breaking news stories. And you can also submit those news tips and photos. The time is now 6:38 on your Tuesday morning. Here's a look at what's coming up on 25 News Now Sunrise. In Calhoun County, a 46-year-old man has pled guilty in an indecency with a child by exposure case.
Several U.S. cities now making safety plans following former President Trump's calls for his supporters to protest his arrest, which he says could come as soon as today, though his spokesman says he has not received any guidance on that just yet. I'm ABC's Justin Finch in Washington with the latest.
Very humid conditions today, courtesy of warm front moving on through, with a few very light rain showers possible throughout the day. I already have a few out there currently. What does the rest of the week hold in store? We'll take a look coming up in your forecast.
For months, we've been saying that Fred Loya can save you more money on your car insurance. But just how much more? In recent months, people who switched from Geico and Progressive to Fred Loya Insurance have saved over $1,500 a year. State Farm customers who switched to Fred Loya saved over $1,600 a year. Allstate customers saved over $1,100 a year. That's a combined savings of over $240,000 a year. So start paying less. Call or visit fredloya.com. If you don't call, you don't save.
Welcome to Bravo. Are you here for the big fiesta? Oh, yeah! We have a great selection of cars and trucks that make you want to dance!
Drive a 2023 Nissan Pathfinder for $275 a month.
Who are we? Bravo!
I'm at this age where things be hurting for no reason. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much does it hurt? It's hurt. Tuesday, new edition.
Good morning. It's 20 minutes away from 7 a.m. and looking at the future tracker here, cloudy skies all day long. Off and on light rain and drizzle throughout the day today, and not as widespread as this is showing. This is showing drizzle around the area possible, and maybe a little bit of light rain. Not really too measurable precipitation chances today. But as we go through the rest of the week time frame, rain chance increasing toward the end of the week, which might bring us some heavier thunderstorms into our region coming up by Friday or so with the next front. Until then, we're keeping it pretty much on the low side for precipitation chances and amounts. See this model here all the way through 1 o'clock, well less than 10th of an inch, maybe 0.03 or 0.04 at best, and not really improving on that number through the rest of the day through Wednesday and through Thursday. But by Friday, here comes the storms coming down from the north. You kind of see a little bit of increase in the chance of precipitation and the amounts coming up for Friday into your Monday. So maybe by the time we get to first part next week, looks like we need anywhere from 1/4 to 1/2 inch, maybe near an inch in parts of the Crossroads area, maybe along the coast. Hopefully this will be increasing in numbers as we get toward that time. We'll take a look at that though in the meantime later on in your full forecast. Carolina?
Thank you, Trey. Victoria freshman powerlifter is headed to state. Sports Director Gino Perez has more in sports.
Howdy Crossroads. Later this week, the boys will be competing in state for powerlifting, and freshman Brody Flores is only one of 2 freshmen to ever make the state meet in Victoria's history, and he has high hopes of making it to the top 5. He's a multi-sport athlete that competes in football, basketball, soccer, and powerlifting.
I'm really excited about it. You know, it's a big accomplishment. You know, always wanted to get here, so it's really nice. It feels really good. You know, I worked off, I went to practice, never missed one, and you know, I thank God for how I got here.
This is his first year to compete in powerlifting, and said he and his team have a good shot at making the top 5 at the state meet. He hopes to do as well, or if not better, as the Victoria West Lady Warriors did. We will hear from the rest of his team later this week. That's your 25 Sports Now.
We want to invite you to experience our digital streaming service, Crossroads Today Plus. You can find it on your connected TV through Amazon Fire TV, Roku, Apple TV, Android TV, and on your cell phone. Just search Crossroads Today Plus. And I do want to share some breaking news. Deputies are on the scene of a major traffic accident on Highway 59 near Highway 185 southbound. On the southbound side, traffic is being diverted from Highway 59 onto South Loren. Please slow down and avoid the area if possible. That's directly from our very own Victoria County Sheriff Justin Marr. And now turning to what happened over the weekend. Former President Donald Trump claimed without evidence that he could be arrested as soon as today and called on supporters to protest. An indictment into hush money payments made to an adult film star would make Trump the first former president to face criminal charges.
Police in New York City setting up barricades and preparing for former President Donald Trump's possible indictment. Trump saying over the weekend, without evidence, that he would be arrested today and urging supporters to, quote, protest and take our nation back. So far, Trump's spokesman has said he has not been notified about an imminent arrest, and no comment yet from Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg. But Bragg telling his staff, we do not tolerate attempts to intimidate our office or threaten the rule of law in New York.
Did you know about the $130,000 payment to Stormy Daniels?
Trump initially denied knowing about the hush money that a Manhattan grand jury is now investigating, but later said he did. That $130,000 paid to adult film actress Stormy Daniels during the 2016 campaign to cover up their relationship. Prosecutors now investigating if Trump falsified documents and violated election laws.
It's a typical Donald J. Trump play out of the playbook. Figure out how you're going to muddy the water as best as you possibly can.
Trump's former lawyer, Michael Cohen, on MSNBC. Cohen has admitted to helping to arrange that Daniels payment at Trump's direction and pleaded guilty to campaign finance violations.
Michael Cohen, he's totally unreliable. Well, he went to jail, and now he's on the revenge tour.
Trump ally Robert Costello testifying before the grand jury that Trump committed no crime. And still no word on if a Trump indictment is coming, but ABC News has learned that the Secret Service and the NYPD held a call Monday to review possible logistics and security just in case. Justin Finch, ABC News, Washington.
Leading us to your viewer poll, do you think Trump knew about the hush money? Let's take a look. Okay, 85% of you say yes, and 15% of you say no. You don't think he did. We want to keep hearing from you. Come to crossroadstoday.com/vote to take part in our viewer poll. You can also scan the QR code right here on your screen to take part. In Calhoun County, a 46-year-old man has pled guilty in an indecency with a child by exposure case. Jason January will serve 10 years probation and was fined $1,500. He'll have to register as a sex offender and stay away from the victims. We first reported his arrest in February of 2021. A 14-year-old Nueces County resident facing terroristic threat charges this morning. The teenager is in custody of the Nueces County authorities. The Refugio County Press reports the charges come after Refugio ISD received a threat on a TikTok account on March 10th. That is a third-degree felony. The time is now 6:46 on your Tuesday morning. Still to come, new research shows the potential harm so-called forever chemicals can have on a child's development.
This is Ford Truck Month, Texas. Time to get up and get into Ford F-150, part of F-Series, America's best-selling trucks for 46 years straight. All amped up and ready for work or play. Plus, there's a great selection in stock and ready for delivery today. So get into Ford Truck Month, Texas, and see what a built Ford Tough truck can do for you. Drive a new Ford F-150 today with 0%, 0 down, and 0 payments for 90 days plus complimentary maintenance. See your best in Texas Ford dealer.
Who's ready for an all-new Kelly?
I'm ready.
Yes, you are. From the new Shazam, Jimin Unsu, plus Miranda Cosgrove. Next, Kelly. So you and your fiance are expecting a baby, right?
Yes. Oh, sweet.
So there's a little onesie, and it says, their life would suck without you. That's right. That's what we did. Yep. That's to keep your little one warm, but then this is to keep you warm and happy.
I'm using it right away.
In this morning's GMA First Look, new details on the dentist accused of poisoning his wife.
My heart is broken for those children. They've lost a mother, and my heart goes out to them and the staff. I just can't believe it.
Overnight, one of his former patients speaking to GMA.
When I heard the story again, it was not indicative of his personality. That was not the Dr. Craig that I know. Right now, I just want everything for the community is to get behind this staff, to get behind this community, and let justice play it out.
Police calling Angela Craig's death heinous, complex, and calculated, alleging James purchased arsenic and cyanide and secretly poisoned her protein shakes. And we'll have much more on this developing investigation coming up at 7 a.m. With your GMA First Look, I'm Kana Whitworth, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Suffering from sinus congestion, especially at night? Try Vicks Sinex for instant relief that lasts up to 12 hours. Vicks Sinex targets congestion at the source, relieving nasal congestion and sinus pressure by reducing swelling in the sinuses. Try Vicks Sinex.
Stanley Steamer cleans your whole home. All you gotta do is pick up the phone. It's not just carpet anymore. It's tile, wood, stone, really any floor. Call 1-800-STEAMER now. We'll clean your home and you'll say, wow.
Find your beat, your moment of calm. Find your potential, then own it. Support your immune system with a potent blend of nutrients and emerge your best every day with Emergency.
It's the most wonderful time of the day.
Non-drowsy Claritin D knocks out your worst allergy symptoms, including nasal congestion, without knocking you out. Feel the clarity and make today the most wonderful time of the year. Claritin D.
Good morning, good morning. Future temperature starting off in the low 60s, rising to the 70s by the afternoon time today. And it'll be about noontime or so, reaching 70 degrees and maybe a few more degrees after that. Low to mid 70s by the time we get to about 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Will be a daytime high today. Cloudy skies, warm fronts moved on through, and behind it and along the frontal boundary, a few little light rain showers are pretty much going to be it. Nothing heavy out there, nothing really widespread, just enough to keep the street wet, the sidewalk, and your windshield wet coming up for the rest of the day today. Enough to run the wipers a little bit. Cloudy skies still remaining, and humidity also still remaining for the time being. 72 degrees today, cloudy skies, southerly winds near 20 miles per hour, gusty at times, those scattered rain showers here and there, very light rain showers or drizzle. In the mid-60s overnight, cloudy skies and humid. And for your day tomorrow, keeping the temperatures about 80 degrees, maybe some peaks of the sun, partly cloudy skies and windy, 30 to 40 mile per hour gusts, again possible. And on Thursday, pretty much the same. Friday could be featuring some heavier thunderstorms, have an alert day that day. Another rain chance by Sunday and Monday.
New research shows the potential harm so-called forever chemicals can have on a child's development. The chemicals, often referred to as PFAs, are found in many everyday products like fast food wrappers or carpeting. It can usually even be detected in people's blood. Researchers studied these compounds in young children, teens, and young adults and found PFAs can affect their growth and development. Specifically, the chemicals can disrupt how the body makes and uses proteins, fats, and carbohydrates, and too much exposure could lead to obesity, liver disease, diabetes, or possibly cancer. The EPA recently announced new rules to strictly control the levels of some of these chemicals in drinking water around the country. Foot Locker is downsizing. The company announced Monday it plans to close about 400 stores by 2026. It will have a smaller footprint in some shopping malls as it closes underperforming stores. But Foot Locker is also looking toward the future. It wants to reimagine its brand and become more relevant to younger shoppers, especially sneakerheads. Foot Locker is marking its 50th anniversary next year. It says its new store and marketing concept is called Laced Up. The company says it will focus on different types of sneaker shoppers, people who wear sneakers for fashion and those who are looking for an athletic performance, and customers who just want quality and comfort. One of Foot Locker's featured products is Nike, and the company says that partnership will continue. Still to come on Sunrise, news to know before you go. The May 6th election for Victoria County right around the corner.
25 News Now would like to invite you to experience our new digital streaming service, Crossroads Today Plus. You can find it on your connected TV through Amazon Fire, Roku, Apple TV, Android TV. Go to the link on your screen for more information on how to download.
37 million viewers have made Will Trent the network TV drama of the year.
Will can see things that no one else does.
There's a kidnapping. What's up, scumbag? Your fly's down. Made you look.
New Will Trent, tonight 10, 9 Central on ABC and stream on Hulu.
Need weather around the clock? When the weather changes in the Crossroads, you need a reliable source. Visit Interactive Radar online for the latest conditions in the Crossroads area. CrossroadsToday.com. Weather at your fingertips.
Hi, I'm Charlie Garcia. And I'm Rico Garcia. And we are USA Concrete Coatings.
If you're ready to upgrade your business, restaurant, garage, man cave, or porch, then you're ready for USA Concrete Coatings.
We'll have your floors looking flawless with our exclusive USA Concrete Coatings products. We'll ensure that your concrete coating is strong and durable. It's antimicrobial and comes with a lifetime warranty.
USA Concrete Coatings, from concrete to custom in just one day.
Victory Kia and Victory Buick GMC want to let you know that you can lean on us. We will award $500 to a deserving winner. Drop off an entry form at any of our participating dealerships in the Lean On Me drop box with your story and contact info. Go to crossroadstoday.com/leanonme for more information or to enter online. You can tune in every other Thursday at the 6, 9, and 10 p.m. news to view our winners. Lean On Me is sponsored by Victory Kia and Victory Buick GMC.
And now it's time for today's question of the day. What well-known social media website debuted on this day in 2006? Okay, we got guesses for MySpace, Twitter, MySpace, Twitter, MySpace, Twitter, Twitter, Groupon, Twitter, and Twitter.
Okay, ready for the answer?
I'm Freddie.
Okay, did anybody say Twitter by chance?
Yes.
Yes, and well, there you go. That's the answer. It is the Twitter. There you go. Thanks for chiming in to the question of the day. Another question of the day. Look forward to tomorrow to get your brain going for your Wednesday.
The May 6th election for Victoria County is right around the corner. It's time to start meeting the Victoria ISD board candidates. We first meet BJ Nelson. Nelson is running against incumbent Brett Baldwin for the District 3 seat. Among the top reasons why Nelson chose to run for the school board include reducing the number of surveys students are asked to fill out, the dissolution of restorative discipline, and the implementation of a classical education curriculum.
The lifelong learning. It's the desire to learn and not just study for the test. We need students that want to learn their entire life. We need basic education. We need reading, writing, arithmetic. We need to get back to the basics and not so much virtual and online learning.
This is Nelson's first time running for public office. The self-employed candidate says she hopes to see a high turnout for the May 6th VISD board election. We'll learn more about the rest of the candidates throughout this week. Early voting starts April 24th through April 28th and also on May 1st and 2nd. Polls open at 8 a.m. and close at 5 p.m. You can vote at the Dr. Petty Dotson Public Health Center at 2805 North Navarro, Classroom A, and the last day to register is Thursday, April 6th. Also, on the May 6th ballot is a bond issue for Victoria College. There are 2 upcoming bond informational sessions. The first session is at 5:30 p.m. this Thursday at the Welder Center in downtown Victoria. And the second session is at 5:30 p.m. Tuesday, April 18th at the Student Center at VC's main campus. The $10 million bond election is set for the construction of the Student Success Center. The estimated cost is $36.5 million for a 3-story expansion and renovation of the current facility. VC has committed $26.6 million, or nearly 3/4 of the total project cost, in grants, gifts, and institutional funds. VC's Board of Trustees asking voters to consider the bond issue to fund 27% of the project. The Victoria County District Clerk's Office with a warning about a jury duty scam. Someone poses as a law enforcement officer and attempts to take care of a contempt of court charge for failing to show up for jury duty. This is a scam. If it's happened to you, call the non-emergency phone line of either the BPD at 361-573-3221 or the Sheriff's Office at 361-575-0651. Miami Beach has voted against extending curfew restrictions. During a special committee meeting on Monday, the Miami Beach City Commission discussed the curfew for more than an hour. They ultimately decided against extending the city manager's full state of emergency, which would be from Thursday to Sunday. The Miami Beach Police Department says 2 people were fatally shot between Friday and Sunday morning in the area. These shootings prompted Miami Beach officials to implement curfew for South Beach starting at 11:59 p.m. until 6 a.m. on Monday. And we want to invite you to experience our digital streaming service, Crossroads Today Plus. You can find it on your connected TV through Amazon Fire TV, Roku, Apple TV, Android TV, and on your cell phone. Just search Crossroads Today Plus. Before we get a last look at our forecast, I do want to remind y'all, deputies are on the scene of a major traffic accident that was sent out at 6:02 a.m. by the Victoria County Sheriff's Office. And that's on Highway 59 near Highway 185 on the southbound side. Traffic is being diverted from Highway 59 onto South Laurent. So please slow down and avoid that area if possible. Just a heads up for y'all as you begin to start your day. Let's go ahead and get a last look at that forecast from Trey.
And thank you so much, Carolina. I'll take a look at the temperatures. Starting off in the 60s, of course, and 70s throughout the afternoon hours today with cloudy skies. Maybe a scattered light rain shower, a little drizzle as we go throughout the day as well. Nothing heavy out there, nothing too dramatic out there. Keeping it very humid though, 72 degrees for the high, with a scattered rain showers here and there, 20% chance. Overnight lows tonight will be in the mid-60s, cloudy skies and humid. And for your day tomorrow, about the same, except a little bit warmer, 80 degrees. Maybe a little peak of the sun, windy conditions ahead of the next front, which will move through on your Friday, give us an alert day. Rain chances toward the end of the next week. Back to you, Carolina.
Thank you, Trey, and thank you for joining us. Have a wonderful day. Come to crossroadstoday.com for more local news, weather, and sports. Join us tonight for 25 News Now at 5, 6, and 10.